Welcome, eco-warriors and tech enthusiasts. Today we're diving into a topic that's hotter than an overclocked CPU in a heat wave.
Ah, yes, Mark. I assume you're referring to our planet's fever dream of resource depletion and pollution, not your latest attempt at overclocking your toaster.
Very funny, Tom. But you're right. We're tackling the not-so-small issue of our planet's resources going the way of the dodo and pollution levels rising faster than ticket prices at a Beyoncé concert. And guess what? AI and robots are joining the eco-party. Let's kick things off with resource depletion. Tom, imagine if Netflix suddenly announced they're running out of content. That's basically what's happening to our planet, but with slightly higher stakes.
Ah, the horror. But jokes aside, resource depletion is a serious issue. We're talking fossil fuels, fresh water, minerals, and even biodiversity disappearing faster than my will to exercise.
Exactly. It's like we're playing a global game of Jenga, and we're running out of blocks to pull. For instance, our fossil fuel addiction is like binge-watching our favorite show. It feels great now, but we're in for a nasty surprise when it suddenly ends.
And let's not forget about water scarcity. It's becoming so dire in some places that people are starting to eye their neighbors' swimming pools like they're oases in the desert.
But fear not, dear listeners. This is where our silicon brain friends come in. AI and robotics are like the Avengers of the environmental world, minus the cool costumes and product placement deals. Now let's talk about pollution. Tom, remember that time you tried to make kombucha and stunk up the whole office?
How could I forget? My failed fermentation experiment was like a microcosm of global pollution, unpleasant, pervasive, and lingering far longer than anyone wanted.
Exactly. Now imagine that on a planetary scale. We've got air pollution making our cities look like the set of Blade Runner, water pollution turning our oceans into a not-so-fun chemistry experiment, and don't even get me started on the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. It's like the world's least appealing water park.
And let's not forget about noise pollution. It's gotten so bad in some cities that pigeons are starting to wear tiny noise-canceling headphones.
You jest, but the reality isn't far off. Noise and light pollution are seriously messing with biodiversity. It's like we've turned the planet into a 24/7 rave, and not all the creatures are here for it. But here's where things get interesting, Tom. AI and robotics are stepping up to the plate like eco-friendly superheroes.
Ah, yes, the rise of the green machines. Are we talking about R2-D2 with a recycling bin attachment?
Close, but even cooler. We're talking AI that can predict resource depletion trends with scary accuracy. It's like having a crystal ball, but instead of seeing your future spouse, you're seeing the future of our planet's resources.
And don't forget about those pollution-fighting robots. They're like the Roombas of the natural world. But instead of cleaning your living room, they're cleaning our oceans and monitoring air quality.
Exactly. But it's not all smooth sailing. We need to make sure we're using these technologies responsibly. It's like giving a teenager the keys to a Ferrari powerful, but potentially disastrous without proper guidance. Now, Tom, let's put on our strategy hats and dive into this Wardley map. It's like a treasure map, but instead of X marking the spot for buried gold, we're looking at the strategic landscape of AI and robotics in tackling our environmental woes.
Ah, yes, the Wardley map. It's like a game of environmental chess. If chess pieces could predict climate patterns and filter pollutants.
Exactly. Now, if we look at the map, we can see AI and robotics positioned as key enablers in addressing these environmental challenges. It's like they're the Swiss Army knives in our sustainability toolkit.
I see what you mean. And it looks like these technologies are still evolving, which presents both opportunities and challenges. It's like we're building the eco-friendly plane while we're flying it.
Spot on, Tom. The map also highlights the critical need for ethical frameworks and regulatory structures. We can't just let our AI and robot friends run wild. It's not a sequel to Westworld we're after here. Well, folks, we've journeyed through the treacherous terrain of resource depletion and pollution and emerged with a glimmer of hope thanks to our AI and robotic allies.
Indeed, Mark. It seems the future of our blue planet might just be a little greener, thanks to some silicon-based assistance. Who knew that the solution to our environmental crisis might involve more machines, not fewer?
Absolutely, Tom. So, dear listeners, next time you see a robot, don't run in fear of a sci-fi apocalypse A. It might just be there to save the planet. Until next time, keep it green and keep it clean.